Here at Wenyeji TV, we are dedicated to bringing you in-depth coverage of the latest news, events, and stories from around the world. Our team of passionate journalists, reporters, and documentary filmmakers work tirelessly to provide you with accurate, unbiased, and thought-provoking content.
To our beloved viewers, welcome to our documentary.
I am Mike James. This program is produced and directed by JW. Today we focus on the future of humanity. How will life be from 2030 to the year 2000? Join me at Wenyeji TV, as we explored the future of humanity. The future of humanity is a very broad and complex topic that involves many uncertainties and possibilities. No one can predict with certainty what will happen to human civilization in the next decades and centuries, but some experts and researchers have made some projections and scenarios based on current trends, scientific discoveries, and technological developments. Here are some of the possible futures of humanity in the 21st century and beyond, according to some sources. 2030, according to the United Nations, the world population will reach 8.5 billion by 2030, with most of the growth occurring in Africa and Asia. The global average life expectancy will increase to 73 years, and the proportion of people aged 60 or over will rise to 16%. The world will face major challenges such as climate change, food insecurity, water scarcity, energy demand, poverty, inequality, migration, and pandemics. Some of the potential solutions include renewable energy, biotechnology, nanotechnology, artificial intelligence, and space exploration. 2040, according to a report by the RAND Corporation, the world will experience 4 alternative scenarios by 2040. Islands, where nations become more isolated and self-reliant; orbits, where regional powers dominate and compete for influence; communities, where local groups and networks thrive and cooperate; and networks, where global institutions and cooperation prevail. The report also identifies some of the key drivers of change, such as demographics, economics, environment, governance, security, and technology. 2050, according to a book by Michio Kaku, a physicist and futurist, the world will undergo a transition from a Type 0 civilization, divided by nations and cultures, to a Type 1 civilization, unified by a global culture and economy. He predicts that some of the technologies that will shape the future include quantum computers, nanobots, biometrics, smart homes, virtual reality, brain-computer interfaces, telepathy, telekinesis, genetic engineering, cyborgs, and superhumans. 2060, according to a report by the Pew Research Center, the world's religious landscape will change significantly by 2060. The report projects that Islam will surpass Christianity as the world's largest religion, with nearly 3 billion adherents. Christianity will remain the second largest religion, with about 2.9 billion followers. Hinduism will be the third largest religion, with about 1.4 billion adherents. Buddhism will decline slightly in numbers, while Judaism will grow modestly. The number of people who are unaffiliated with any religion will also decline slightly. 2070, according to a book by Ray Kurzweil, a computer scientist and futurist, the world will witness the emergence of the singularity by 2070. The singularity is a hypothetical point in time when artificial intelligence will surpass human intelligence, and create a new era of superintelligence. Kurzweil predicts that some of the implications of the singularity include mind uploading, immortality, virtual reality, nanotechnology, fusion power, asteroid mining, terraforming Mars, and interstellar travel. 2080, according to a report by the Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change, IPCC, the world will face severe consequences of global warming by 2080. The report warns that if greenhouse gas emissions continue to rise at the current rate, the global average temperature will increase by 4 degrees Celsius above pre-industrial levels by 2080. This will result in more extreme weather events, sea level rise, melting ice caps, loss of biodiversity, food insecurity, water stress, human displacement, conflict, and health risks. 2090, according to a book by Stephen Hawking, a physicist and cosmologist, the world will need to find a new home in space by 2090. He argues that humanity is facing an existential crisis due to overpopulation, environmental degradation, nuclear war, artificial intelligence, and alien invasion. He suggests that some of the possible destinations for human colonization include the Moon, Mars, Europa, Titan, and Proxima Centauri b. 2100. According to a book by Yuval Noah Harari, a historian and philosopher, the world will be dominated by dataism by 2100. Dataism is a worldview that values information flow over everything else. He claims that dataism will challenge the foundations of humanism, which values human feelings and choices. He speculates that some of the outcomes of dataism include the end of individualism, democracy, and free will, the rise of digital dictatorships, cyber wars, and bioterrorism, and the creation of new forms of life, consciousness, and intelligence. These are some of the possible futures of humanity in the next decades and centuries. However, these are not predictions or prophecies, but rather projections and scenarios based on current knowledge and assumptions. The future of humanity is not predetermined or fixed, but rather contingent and flexible. The future of humanity depends on the choices and actions of humans today and tomorrow. There are many possible scenarios for the future of humanity, depending on how we deal with the challenges and opportunities that we face today and in the coming years. Some of the scenarios that have been proposed by various thinkers and organizations are Ecotopia, a scenario where humanity achieves a harmonious balance with nature, using renewable energy, circular economy, and green technology. Human rights, democracy, and social justice are respected and promoted. Humanity is more connected and cooperative, and values diversity and creativity. This scenario is similar to the Greentocracy scenario from the Arup Report. Technopia, a scenario where humanity embraces technological innovation and transformation, using artificial intelligence, biotechnology, nanotechnology, and quantum computing. Human capabilities are enhanced and extended, and new forms of life and intelligence are created. Humanity is more competitive and individualistic, and values efficiency and productivity. This scenario is similar to the post-humanity scenario from Nick Bostrom's paper. Dystopia, a scenario where humanity faces a collapse of civilization and a decline of human well-being.
Here at
due to
Wenyeji
environmental
TV, we are
degradation,
dedicated to
social
bringing you
unrest,
in-depth
economic
coverage
crisis,
of the latest news, events, and
human
stories
rights,
from around the
democracy,
world.
and social
Our team
justice
of
are
passionate
violated and
journalists,
oppressed.
reporters, and
Humanity is
documentary
more divided and
filmmakers
conflictual,
work tirelessly
and
to
values
provide you
survival
with
and
accurate,
security.
unbiased, and
This scenario
thought-provoking
is similar
content.
to Breast scenario.
Hello viewers and welcome to Wenyeji TV.
Stagnation, a scenario where humanity remains stuck in the status quo without making significant progress or change.
which has brought suffering
Human
to the
problems
world,
and
causing
potentials are
global
not
economic
addressed or
strain.
realized.
The causes of the Russia-Ukraine
Human
war are
rights,
complex
democracy,
multifaceted,
and social justice
but
are
some of the
unevenly
main factors
distributed
are
and
the
challenged.
historical relationship
Humanity
between the
is
two
more
countries,
complacent and
which dates
conformist,
back to
and values
centuries of
stability
Russian
and
influence
comfort.
and domination over
This
Ukraine,
scenario is similar to the
especially during
Plateau
the Soviet
scenario
era.
from Nick Bostrom's
The
paper.
geopolitical rivalry
These are some of
between
the other
Russia and the
scenarios
West,
for the future of
especially
humanity
in
that have been
Over the
suggested by
future of
different
Ukraine and
sources.
its alignment with either side.
However,
The
these
personal
are not
ambitions,
predictions
the
or
motivations
prophecies,
of Russia
but rather
to
projections and
election,
possibilities
who
based
sees
on current
Ukraine
trends
as a
and
vital part of
assumptions.
his vision of a
The
resurgent
future of
Russia for the
humanity
fight
is not
against NATO
predetermined or
expansion.
fixed, but
The
rather
conflict
contingent
began
and
in
flexible.
2014,
The
when
future
Russia
of humanity
covertly
depends on the
invaded and
choices
annexed
and
Crimea,
actions of
a
humans
peninsula
today
in
and
southern